committee report.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We are at our last meeting of the year, last happening in our town and our nation as we close out the year. And thank you all for your engagement and participation in tonight's meeting. We've got a lot to accomplish as we go throughout the night. But, again, want to welcome everyone here. My first item of business is to apologize. Mr. Hinkle is under the weather, and he is not able to be here with us this evening. So I will give us an invocation, and I will ask that as we recite our Pledge of Allegiance, that we all stand and recite our pledge. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for an opportunity to assemble together tonight. We ask that you be with us as we make decisions about our town. Let us keep our town in mind, and let us do things that are civil and keeping your joy of this season in mind. And we ask that we all be safe during this holiday season. We pray for good health and strength as we approach the new year. We ask all of these things in your Son, Jesus, we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Council, you have your agendas in front of you, in your packets provided by staff. Are there any amendments to tonight's agenda? Any amendments by the staff?
Yes, sir. So under new business, we request to add resolution 2525, title of resolution to appropriate water and sewer fund balance in the amount of $3.9 million with budget amendment 263004 to fund the Shin Creek Regional Water Pump Station Capital Project Fund. And then another item, which is the budget amendment 26304 for the same project. One last change would be there's a closed session on the agenda to discuss acquisition of property right to be released.
Council, you've heard from staff. Any other amendments to the agenda? If you approve those amendments as presented by staff, entertain a motion to approve the agenda with the amendments.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Motion is made, receive a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. The first item on the agenda, after the approval, is our consent agenda. So we've got several sets of minutes. We've got our town calendar of events, design review board case for the approval of the True Line out parcel on highway, Charlotte Highway. And we also have the Kimley Horn contract on the new comprehensive land use plan. We've got the engineering services agreement, and we also have the engineering firm for the Eastern wastewater transmission phase 1 and phase 2. And then we have the amendments that were presented by staff. These will all be approved with one motion unless council asks otherwise. Is there a motion regarding our consent items?
I'll make that motion that we approve the consent items, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion is made, receive the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is old business. Consideration of resolution 4025, accepting all roads in phase 2, 3, and 4, Falls Cove, Lake Norman for the town of Troutman maintenance. I'll turn it over to our planning director, Mr. Van Tresca.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Council. Hope everybody's well this evening. This is coming back from last month. It was requested to be tabled to this month due to concerns that some of the manholes on these roads were not at the correct height, or they might not be. I do want to mention that staff has done a thorough drive-through of the neighborhood as well as West Consultants and found there was really no inconsistencies with what's been approved on other town roads. So again, I'll make this brief since we did hear it last month. This is section 2, 3, and 4 of the Falls Cove Lake Norman subdivision. Lennar Homes is the builder that's requesting town takeover maintenance of the streets in the subdivision. There's the roads in front of you are what we're looking at tonight. It's all or part of the 13 roads in front of you. Total mileage is 3.67 miles. This is basically Falls Cove Phase 2. It's off of Autumn Leaf Road. It's the first right if you're going from Perth Road up to Main Street. It's all the roads you see in front of you, which is Phase 2. Phases 3 and 4, this can be accessed off Clance Hill Road and Hamptons Cove Road. Again, it's all the roads you see on this map here. And again, West Consultants had signed off on the streets, and with that, staff does recommend approval that town take over maintenance of these roadways. And I'll open it up for any more questions you may have for me.
Any additional questions for Mr. Van Tresca? All right. Hearing none, I will ask council to consider resolution 4025 regarding the acceptance of all roads in phase 2, 3, and 4 for Falls Cove Lake Norman for town maintenance. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, receive the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is the rezoning request, RZ 2506, Rocky Creek. Request to rezone 19.511 acres plus or minus, and the pin is in the packet on Myers Road from conditional zoning mixed residential to suburban residential. I will open this public hearing. Turn it over to Mr. Van Tresca.
Thanks again, Mr. Mayor. This is another one that was continued from last month. Just some quick background information. The applicant is BBC Rocky Creek LLC, as well as the property owner. Property size is just under 20 acres. The current zoning is conditional zoning mixed residential, or CZRM, and the request is to rezone the property to suburban residential, or RS. Location of the property is on the east side of Byers Road, which is south of its intersection with South Main Street. It's highlighted, actually outlined here in red on your screens. A current zoning map shows the property as zoned conditional zoning mixed residential, which is the same as all the properties you see in orange on the map. Properties you see in purple are our suburban residential district, or RS, so it is adjacent to some RS properties as well. This is the layout that was approved during the Rocky Creek 2 conditional zoning request back in 2022. The way it's currently zoned would allow for a layout similar to what you see on your screen. We're looking at about 53 lots with what it's currently zoned. Suburban residential district, the intent is single-family uses, low-density development, along with their customary accessory uses. I will say that with the suburban residential district, the minimum lot size is a half acre. Land use map shows the property to be developed as medium-density residential, which is the yellowish color you see on the map in front of you. And medium-density residential is basically 2 to 3 lots an acre with access to public water and sewer, and the associated zoning districts are RS, suburban residential, or the RT district. Staff does recommend approval because it does fit with the medium-density residential district to revert this property back to suburban residential. Planning Board also heard this case and recommended approval unanimously. And with that, I will open it up for any questions the council may have for me.
Question for Mr. Troutman. Anyone here from the public like to comment regarding this rezoning request? Hearing none, I will close this public hearing. Council, we discussed this just a bit last month, but I'd like to open up for consideration for approval of ordinance 3525.
I have a question regarding when we rezone this to the current usage. Did we modify the land use plan, or was there a consistency statement in conjunction with the land use plan, or was this approved upon consistent with the development of the land within that area? What was our statement as a council, and what was the staff's recommendation at that time?
I believe in 2022, the staff's recommendation was to approve the request, and I did not myself bring this case in front of you, but if I recall, I believe the consistency statement reflected that it was consistent with similar developments that were approved in the area. And with that, if you go back to the zoning map, you can see that with all these properties here in orange, it's consistent with that.
Other questions? All right, council, is there a motion regarding this request? Okay. There's no motion on the request?
Ask a question.
Yes.
There was a, I believe an inquiry was made by the council whether or not this could be referred. Do you have any further info on that?
It can be tabled pending review of the UDO. If you're looking to review.
I can't hear you, I'm
It
sorry.
can be tabled pending review of the UDO, which I believe is what the request was.
More specifically, I believe the motion that we were having investigated was refer to committee, the land use plan committee, now that we've formed it, for our redetermination of all of these zones.
So that, I guess the question is, could it be deferred until the future land use plan is complete?
I believe council can do that if they're pleased or at their pleasure.
Okay. So council, what's your pleasure?
Yeah, I think based on the info provided by the attorney, I think it's probably best that we table this.
Is that a motion?
That is, I make a motion that we table this until, sorry, what was your wordage there at the end?
Well, to whenever you decide that you want to address it.
Is it until the land use plan is developed and presented to the council, or passed, if you will, by the council? Or do you want it addressed during the, I guess, strategic planning discussion? I guess that's your only other option.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we table this until,
So I think the goal is that
until
we're gonna
the
update.
UDO has been gone through committee and been updated.
Land use plan.
The land use plan, yes. Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I will second that motion.
Okay, motion is made, receive a second. Any other question or comment regarding that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Yeah, I just got it addressed. I think it's addressed now. Mhm. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the consideration for approval of Resolution 4425, resolution accepting Dollar Avenue for the town of Troutman maintenance. I'll turn that over to Mr. Ventresca.
Okay, thanks again. This request is similar to the Falls Cove request we heard a couple cases ago. Just for history's sake, in 2022, the council did adopt a policy regarding acceptance of street maintenance for new roadways, and we're going through the policy right now. Dollar Avenue is located on the western side of Charlotte Highway, south of exit 42. It's the corner of Dollar Avenue and Charlotte Highway is where the new Zaxby's is located. This was the plat that was recorded. The applicant is proposing for the town to accept approximately 675 feet of Dollar Avenue. The aerial photo here shows it a little more clear. This property down here is where the Zaxby's is. Dollar Avenue, the 675 feet would extend to where you see the blacktop on the aerial photo. Currently, it will stop here, town maintenance. There are some larger parcels in the rear that will probably develop in the future, and we anticipate Dollar Avenue will be extended to access those properties in the future. And this is just a basic locationary map of where Dollar Avenue is located. With that, I'll open it up for any questions that the council has for me. West Consultants, again, did inspect this. Everything checked out with town standards, so they gave us the go-ahead to bring it in front of you.
Any questions regarding Dollar Avenue? I think we discussed it a bit on Monday, but any other questions or comments? Okay.
I mean, just to make a statement, the only thing I see there is, it looks like pending safety concerns, as I mentioned Monday, the telephone pole there that's been struck 3 times in the last 2 months, just up from where that expands on that turn lane that goes into the new food line, and the 4 lanes and the left-hand turn out of there, it just looks like an overall safety issue.
And that's where that telephone pole is in the NCDOT right of way, so we can contact DOT in regards to those concerns and pass those along.
Can you point up there where the pole is? What's your?
I believe we're talking about this pole right here.
Is that what you're
No,
talking
a
about?
little little further up, but it's
Yeah.
just off the top of the map.
Okay, so it's up in this area.
Yeah,
Okay.
right where the turn lane would be to go into the new Food Lion.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we could pass those concerns along to the DOT.
Okay, any other questions regarding Dollar Avenue? If not, council, is there a motion regarding the resolution accepting Dollar Avenue for town maintenance?
Make that motion to accept Dollar Avenue for town maintenance.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is the consideration of ordinance 3825, an ordinance amending the Town of Troutman Code of Ordinances, Section 9101, open burning. I'll turn it over to Chief Watson.
The current ordinance regarding open burning for the town of Troutman is extremely restrictive. In fact, the ordinance basically states that there is no open burning of any type allowed within the city limits of Troutman. The revision that's being proposed would make allow for land clearing burning, which would take place by obtaining a application from the planning department, taking that to Troutman Fire and Rescue, who would then go inspect the site and either recommend or not recommend burning at that location. If they receive the recommendation, they bring it back to the planning department, pay a $500 fee, and then are issued a permit that gives the amount of time they're burning. And it would allow planning to be able to control how much burning is taking place within the city limits. It would also allow for fire pits, those various things that a lot of people do currently have in their yards, but are actually under a current ordinance technically not allowed. It would not allow in any way for people to burn trash or tires or other refuse or anything like that. If they violate through that, they would be charged with violating the city ordinance. I'm open to any questions you may have about it.
Yeah, I
Any
have a
questions for
question.
Chief?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Chief, you said that currently there is no burning, right?
That is what is supposed to be happening.
Do we know the reasoning behind the current, no burn? And did we investigate that before we decided to change?
No, this was something after an incident that myself, in discussions with the fire chief and Mr. Ventresca, that something needed to be amended in our ordinance because every surrounding municipality does allow for the land clearing and the fire pits and things like that. The fire chief did recommend this and supported it. I don't know the reason why, when the ordinance, or even what year it was passed, why that was decided that there would be none.
So, one more question, and then I think Nick had a question too. It says at least 500 feet from any dwelling. I think there have been others that was 1,000. Was there a reason why we chose 500 instead of 1,000?
The 500 was based on what Statesville and Mooresville have.
Any other questions for Chief?
Yes, I have a question in regards to section E. Number, I guess 1, the last section. So is this only for like open burning? Because it describes like fire pits, so these are for fire pits inside of town limits?
Yes.
Now, do you have to get a permit in order to, okay.
No, this would allow that without requiring a permit. It would be allowed.
I would only request that we make a change from 3 square feet in diameter to 9, because a lot of times when you build it out of bricks, it's about 42 to 46 inches round, and the 3 square feet is going to be outside of that compliance.
Okay.
Would that be all right?
Is that acceptable to council with that potential amendment to the ordinance as presented? Any opposition?
And the reason that was in there, this is what was recommended by the fire chief.
Yep.
Okay.
So I guess, what does 3 square feet look like? Maybe I should ask that. Do we know?
No, I don't.
I'm just picturing like 3 square, 12 by 12 tiles, and that's a really small fire, really small.
I don't have my measuring tape in here with me, but,
Well,
Little
to
bit.
muddy it even further, it does say 3 square feet in diameter.
Yeah.
right.
That's not a
Yes.
unit of measurement.
I agree. This is what's provided to me, these recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And since
I'm
the fire
assuming.
department's not part of the town, it fell on the police department.
Yeah. I think we would either need to make it either or. So 3 square feet and 3 feet in diameter are not the same thing.
And that can be amended, whatever.
Yeah, can you
wish.
offer language for
So to
just
be,
3 square or
so,
9 square feet?
yeah, 9, not exceeding 9 square feet of whatever pit it is, right? You can figure square footage in a circle. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that would give you a 3 by 3 square.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Circle.
correct. Yep.
So 9 feet in diameter?
Yeah, no,
9 square feet total.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to exceed 9 square feet total.
yes.
All right, we can amend that.
All right.
So while we're talking about feet. So let's go back to the 500 feet, or how long is that? Would you be opposed to 1,000 feet?
That is totally up to you all. Yeah,
So
I have,
updating that, what are
Council,
those,
any
any
opposition?
objections? It's on,
Here.
it's on the actual, yeah, right there.
And the 500 feet, that's for like roughage burning, right? Like land clearing?
that's for where they cleared land and, you have the dirt area and they're piling it up and burning there. They wouldn't be allowed to just burn vegetation that's standing.
And this is
Right.
brought before us because of the fire that got out of control, right?
Yes,
Very
and-
recently from a local developer.
Yes, and there's been, burning taking place that violated our ordinance. And so if they are burning, we need to do something to either enforce the ordinance completely where there's none or
Give
make
some,
an exemption or where a permit process.
yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Chief, would you happen to know on that fire that got out of control, were they fined?
No, they were not.
I know it's not under your jurisdiction, fires, but what was the reason why they weren't fined?
Well, the Forest Service has no jurisdiction inside city limits. The fire marshal's office is not able to charge under air ordinance. And it was discussions made that there was going to be ceasing of all burning until we came up with something. And there was
Right, so as of right now,
There's no-
that developer is no longer burning up there at all.
correct.
But could there be a fine for this, though, that we could,
Well,
Go back?
actually, currently, it would be somebody, they would be charged with a misdemeanor violation of city ordinance. So the fine would be set through the district court and be paid to the courts.
thank you, sir.
2,000. Y'all good with 2,000?
Oh, that was actually one of my questions was, you had made mention where you had seen these in other municipalities?
And there was 1,000. But he's saying States and Moores is 500, but we don't have to do what they do.
No, we don't.
So,
And so that's from the next closest structure, or is that from the property line?
It is from the burn site to the structure. Now, if there's a structure on the land they are developing and doing the burning on, the 500 feet or 1,000 feet don't apply, since it's their property. But it's to keep the fire at least 500 feet, or if you want 1,000 feet from any other structures that are not owned by whoever's doing the burning.
Yeah, I don't have any precedent to base it off of personally, but experience with it, but,
1,000 or 2,000, what do y'all say?
oh, hey, you're,
It's
I like 2.
2,000.
Okay.
And
If you can
I'd say,
update that.
I'm good with 2 because, we have developers that don't seem to know the difference between 50 and 100 feet. So what's the difference between 1,000 and 2,000 feet when it really comes to it?
Okay,
and is
so,
there any time restrictions on this?
They would be set, it's set by when they apply, they say when they're burning. I believe it may, I don't have my copy, it may say something about not burning at night.
So the two amendments to the offer is one, changing section E, I guess, from 3 square feet diameter to 9 square feet. And the property from a burn from a property line, I'm assuming, or adjacent property structure from 500 to 2,000 square.
It's 2-1, right? 2-1 changing from 500
Section
to
2-1.
2,000. And then E1 going to 9
Correct.
square feet.
Right. Any other amendments or adjustments to the ordinance to 3825 for consideration?
No, but because there's a lot of extra verbiage in there, do we want to go over E1 and just say, where after purchased unit, it says, or a constructed pit at least 2 bricks in height, or other means to confine such a fire in an area not exceeding 9 square feet?
So 2 places for the same, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
that works.
Any other amendments? Okay. Council, is there a motion to approve the ordinance with the 2 amended items?
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion is made, receive the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Chief Watson, will you make sure that that updated ordinance is in our packet next month? Thank you. The next item on the agenda is annexation AX 2510, non-contiguous, to consider a request from James Garwood for voluntary annexation. The pins are in your packet. 1.24 acres on 407 State Park Road. I will now open this public hearing. Turn it over to Mr. Van Tresco.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a voluntary annexation request, approximately 1¼ acres. The applicant is James Garwood. It's currently zoned Iredell County Residential Agricultural, so it is in the county. It's located on the southwestern corner of the State Park Road and Lockhart Road intersection. We will hear a pending rezoning request to assign this Troutman zoning designation next. This is a non-contiguous zoning. Staff does recommend approval, and the reason for this request is to hook onto the town water. So with that, I'll open it up for any questions you may have for me.
Any questions for Mr. Van Tresco?
How close is the town water to that site?
The town water runs down State Park Road, so it's right there. Yep.
Any other questions? Okay. Anyone here from the public like to comment on this annexation request? Okay. Hearing none, I will now close this public hearing. Council, you've heard from Mr. Van Tresco regarding this annexation request. We'll consider approval of ordinance 3925 to extend the corporate limits of the town of Troutman. Is there a motion regarding this ordinance?
Make that motion?
Is there a second?
A second.
Motion is made, received a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is the rezoning, RZ 2508, 407 State Park Road. The after described property to request rezoning located at 407 State Park Road from Iredell County residential agricultural to suburban residential as a result of the annexation for town water. I will now open this public hearing, turn it over to Mr. Van Tresco.
Okay, this is the second piece of the request to designate a town of Troutman zoning district to this property since it's now in the town limits. Applicant's the same, parcel numbers are the same, the property size is the same. Current zoning, as I'd mentioned, it's Iredell County Residential Agricultural. The request is to rezone the property to our RS district, or suburban residential district, and it's the most similar to the Iredell County Residential Agricultural. Again, the location is on the southwestern corner of the intersection of State Park and Lockhart Roads. Current zoning map, what you see there in green, I guess the olive color, lighter green, is the Iredell County Residential Agricultural. And across the street from it, I believe, is Iredell County R20, which is single-family residential. They're similar districts, but they're county districts, so I don't know the specifics of why they differ. The property you see in purple is a Town of Troutman RS zoning district that was annexed into town in 2021. Land use map calls for this area to be special lake uses and everything around it as well. It's all blue. And basically, special lake uses promote low-density developments, 2 to 3 single-family detached houses per acre, and associated zoning districts are the RS, so the RS district does fit with that designation as well. Staff does recommend approval of this, as the RS district is the closest to the Iredell County RA district. Same uses, nothing will change on the property. Planning Board also recommended unanimously to approve this request. And with that, I'll open it up for any questions you may have for me.
Any questions for Mr. Ventresca? Anyone here from the public like to comment on this rezoning request? Okay, hearing none, I will close this public hearing. Council, you've heard from Mr. Ventresca regarding this rezoning request. We will now consider the approval of ordinance 4025, an ordinance changing the zoning classification of the after described property from Iredell County residential agricultural to suburban residential. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. The next item on the agenda is the consideration of statement of consistency, and I would ask that you read the full statement.
I'll read that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Action describing consistency. The suburban residential district is consistent with the Special Lakes District designation on the future land use map. The request is reasonable and in the public interest, as it is consistent with the zoning designations in the local area, and lower density residential uses are found in the immediate areas.
Okay, you've heard from Mr. Now regarding our statement of consistency. Is there a second to that statement?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is a text amendment, TA 2507, to amend section 7.6, water and sewer in the UDO, Unified Development Ordinance. I will open this public hearing and turn it over to Mr. Ventresca.
Thanks again, Mr. Mayor. We are hearing a text amendment tonight. This is section 7.6, water and sewer. This recommendation is brought forward by planning staff at the direction of council. We've had some healthy discussion about this over the past couple months. The purpose of this amendment is to limit the number of developments, both residential and commercial, that are in the town limit and developed on septic systems. So our current ordinance sets requirements of development using town water and sewer based on distance from existing utility lines. This table in front of you has been shown to you multiple times. The basic gist of this is anything between 5 and 20 lots may hook up to the town water and sewer, no matter what the location is. Anything between 21 and 50 is required to hook up to the town water and sewer if it's within 300 feet of the lot. Anything between 51 and 100 lots would be required to hook up to town water if it's in water or sewer, if it's within 1,000 feet of that water line or sewer line. And then anything 100 lots or more has to no matter what. So as part of this amendment, this table will be omitted. So the recommendation is what you see here in red are the updates. First of all, we're going to add commercial development into this section as it's not mentioned currently. So any single lot residential property in the ETJ requesting annexation for town water must also connect to the town sewer if the lot is within 500 feet of an existing sewer line, unless the extension of the sewer line is deemed unfeasible by the town engineer. And then it states, all residential subdivisions greater than 5 lots in the ETJ requesting town water shall connect to town sewer if within 1,000 feet of an existing sewer line. Again, it makes a statement unless it's deemed unfeasible by the town engineer. And then the last part of this is all non-residential development in ETJ that does request town water shall also connect to a sewer line regardless of the distance, again, unless it's unfeasible by the town engineer. These changes were at the direction of council, so staff does recommend approval. Planning board did, however, recommend denial of the amendment. The reasons were they saw this could be undue financial burden on individual property owners, and also that could have unintended consequences of greater density development. So with that, I'll open it up for any questions the council may have.
Thank you. Are there questions for Mr. Van Treska regarding this request?
Very well worded.
Okay, anyone here from the public like to comment regarding this request? Okay. If not, I will close this public hearing. Council, you've heard from Mr. Van Treska regarding the text amendment update. We've heard from the recommendation from the planning board. We will now consider the adoption of ordinance 4125, an ordinance amending the Town of Troutman Unified Development Ordinance. Is there a motion regarding this text amendment?
Motion to approve this text amendment as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, receive the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. The next item is the consideration of a statement of consistency. Please read the full statement.
I'll read that, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion regarding consistency of this action, that this text amendment is consistent with the 2018 strategic plan and unified development ordinance and reasonable and in the public interest as is consistent with the goals of the Troutman strategic plan.
Thank you. Statement of consistency has been read. Is there a second to that statement?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. The next item is to consider ordinance 4225, amending the Town of Troutman Code of Ordinances 71.03, municipal parking lots. I will now turn this over to Mr. Van Treska.
Okay, staff was asked to make a blanket statement in the Code of Ordinances regarding municipal parking lots that would allow the town to basically enforce towing if vehicles are parked there. I guess there was some discussion on Monday night. I apologize for not being there, but after speaking with the associate planner, I've kind of amended this language, and I think this blanket statement kind of covers what we're looking for. So we're changing it to, this is section F of 71.3 municipal parking lots. If signage is present that reads no parking, towing enforced, vehicles may be towed at owner's expense. And I use the word may because if we have special events or whatnot and we do want parking there, we have that discretion. So I think this basically covers what council was getting at with this amendment, and I'd like to open it up for any discussion.
Any questions for Mr. Van Treska?
I do, Mr. Mayor. I see this is gonna cover municipal parking lots, Andrew. And I'm not talking any other town-owned properties, okay? Can we have signage that says, no parking after hours, or no parking? I mean, I'm saying, I know we can, but
Yeah.
could we?
Yeah, we can add whatever we would want to this language, so.
Because the example I thought we
Yeah.
brought up to Alexa on Monday was our Lyad property up by the fairgrounds, where if they have events, we really don't want people parking on our property up there.
Sure.
So,
And since that's
and we
town.
could tow then?
Yeah, since that's town owned, I think we can consider that to be a municipal lot.
Yeah, I think what he's saying, that covers it regardless
Oh,
of the
okay,
hour.
because it's not a municipal lot, though. You just can't go
Right.
up there and park, is kind of what I'm getting at. So does it fall under?
Oh, I think what he's saying, it would be considered a municipal lot.
Is the definition of
own it.
municipal lots defined as declared municipal lots or town-owned property municipal lots?
There's no real definition in that section, so I think we could kind of look at it either way.
Okay, so this would, if we put a sign up over at Leah that said no parking, towing enforced,
Mhm.
at any time that we go over there and deem, that not we, the police department is sent over there to investigate a car, they could have it towed.
That's right.
Okay, as long as the sign is
Sorry.
present. Okay.
Great, thank you.
So I think we've been beating this issue up pretty good,
One more time.
but I don't want it to be forgotten what initially was brought to us, where that was the ability to limit off-hour parking in certain town-owned lots. I don't want that to get washed out and
Sure.
and us changing this too much.
That's right, that's right. And that's why I think the key word here is may. So it's not a shall, what you'll see in ordinances, it's may, so it's at the discretion,
Okay.
so.
Any other questions for Mr. Ventresca regarding this ordinance?
I thought there was not one.
No other question for Mr. Ventresca. Is there a motion regarding this ordinance?
I will make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Motion to approve this ordinance amending the Town of Troutman, Section 7103, municipal parking lots. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, received a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. The next item on the agenda is consideration for approval of ordinance 4325, an ordinance to establish the Shin Farm Creek Regional Sewer Pump Capital Project Fund. Anything I need to cover there? It's in your packets.
That pretty much explains it, sir.
Okay. Is there a motion regarding the approval of the ordinance to establish the Shin Creek Regional Sewer Pump Capital Project Fund?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? I must have explained that well. The next item on the agenda is recognition of our outgoing council members. As I stated, Mr. Hinkle, who is not here. That's the one we just did.
Those are the ones that town manager added.
Oh, he added another one.
You put it under consent, sir, so
Yeah,
we counted it as.
Oh, was that,
Right.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I added it to the end.
I did too, I
Yeah,
added the
sorry.
wrong place.
yeah. So Mr. Hinkle is not here, and regret he's not. He has been with our town in a number of capacities over, I don't know how many years now. Yeah, a long time, and has decided to retire. I appreciate his service to the town over the years, and he has been everything from a council member to mayor pro tem, and clearly has been a champion and supporter of the town of Troutman. As I understand it, his wife encouraged him to, let's say, move to Troutman, because she's from Troutman and he's from Statesville. I think he found it in his best interest to do so. And he's been here as a citizen for a very long time, and we appreciate what he has done for the town. We do have a gift for him that we will deliver at some point for him, and again, appreciate his service. The next is the gentleman to my right, your left, Mr. Oxer, and Mr. Oxer has been a great asset to the town, provided some great insights, and has really shed some light on some complex issues over time, and We appreciate his service. He has also been Mayor Pro Tem and, again, has added a lot to our town. And he and his wife, not only residents, but also business owners. Great tax-paying citizens of the town, and we appreciate all that they do. And if you've not had any good German food, I would encourage you to visit their establishment. So, again, Mr. Oxer, we really appreciate your service to the town, and look forward to, you can run, but you can't hide. So we know where you're at. We do have a token of our appreciation. Presented to Mr. Jerry Oxer for your service to the town of Troutman, to enjoy the town naturally. That is Mr. Oxer, I will give you the floor for any comments that you'd like to make.
I will just say that it has been an honor. I've learned a lot. I feel bad giving a speech and Mr. Hinkle not having the opportunity to, so I'll definitely keep it brief. Just say thank you for giving me the opportunity. Made a lot of good friends, learned a lot. This has been the greatest, what's the word I'm looking for? No, civics lesson that I've ever received. So getting to peek behind the curtain can really teach you a lot. And I'm proud of the work that we did the past 4 years, proud of the friends that I made up here, proud of the friends that I made down there, and even some out there, right? So, yeah, just thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Going to Mr. Hinkle's house.
The next item on our agenda is our organizational business, and we've got the administration's oaths of office for our incoming council members. And I will start with Ms. Harris. We're going to do it down there, followed by Mr. Harris. And it will then be followed by Ms. Bartlett. So.
No, come over anytime.
Thank you. So for those of you in the audience, for some of our individuals, they may just say, "I will." Others may read their statement. So bear with me as I go through this and them as we bring them aboard. So just wanted to explain that a little bit to you. So I'll start with Ms. Harris, Ms. Felina Harris. At the end of this, I will ask you a statement, and your response will be, "I will." Okay?
hand's already on the Bible with your significant other, our fraternity brother, thank you. So, do you, Felina Harris, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, that you will be faithful to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of the state of North Carolina, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of your knowledge and ability, and that you will well and truly execute the duties of the office of Town Council of the Town of Troutman according to the best of your skill and ability, according to the law, so help you God. If so, answer, I will. Mr. George Harris, please come forward. A familiar face, please raise your right hand. I, George Harris, solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, that I will be faithful to the constitutional powers and authorities, constitutional powers, which are or may be established for the government thereof, and I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of the state of North Carolina, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability. I will well and truly execute the duties of the office of Town Council of the Town of Troutman, according to the best of my skill and ability, according to the law, so help me God. If so, answer also, I will. Awesome. Do you, Tanya R. Bartlett, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States, that you will be faithful to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that you will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the state of North Carolina, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of your knowledge and ability, and that you will well and truly execute the duties of the office of Town Council of the Town of Troutman, according to the best of your skill and ability, according to the law, so help you God. If so, answer, I will. And so I didn't get an opportunity to introduce our new town manager, who is what I would say familiar to some, not so familiar to others, but I think mostly familiar to council and the staff. Our new town manager, Mr. Justin Longino, please come forward. Put your hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, thank you. You sure you want to do that? I, Justin Longino, do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office as town manager of the town of Troutman, North Carolina. So help me God. If so, answer, I will. I also didn't get an opportunity to introduce our new finance director, who is here tonight. Welcome her here and part of our team. Ms. Merrill, I will read the statement, and you're welcome to answer, I will. Okay? And on the Bible, all right. Do you, Gina Merrill, solemnly swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office as finance director of the town of Troutman, North Carolina, so help you God. If so, please answer, I will. I will. Thank you. Welcome. And I have yet another wonderful addition to our team, Ms. Isabella Hamby. Thank you. Ms. Isabella, do you, Isabella Hamby, solemnly swear that you will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office as Deputy Clerk of the town of Troutman, North Carolina, so help you God, and if so, please answer, I will. I will. Awesome, welcome, thank you. Right, Tanya, behave. You're beside the principal. So, that's all of my swearing-in duties for the night.
I'd like to welcome, again, my two newest council members. Look forward to working with you. I know both of you, and I appreciate you all taking the opportunity to, number one, put your name out there, put your family out there, to run for office. Not many people do it, and it takes a very special person. I would have said crazy, but it takes a special person. Thank you for your service, what you will provide for this town. Thank you so much. I will give each one of you an opportunity to speak as well, starting with Ms. Bartlett.
Thank you. I just want to say I'm very excited to be sitting up here. I have run before and I did not make it that time. I do have some people sitting up here with me that did, and they did an amazing job. But I would like to say, please give me grace as I learn, and thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Harris?
And I'd like to thank all the people that supported me this run. I was, after losing the last time, Paul Hinkle was really big and asked me to run again, and several others helped me, but then all around my neighborhood and everywhere I went, people really supported me, and I appreciated that on this coming back to be on council a second time. And my family, Avery was pretty little, right? She held the Bible the last time. She kind of growed up on us. But in Austin, it's good to have my grandchildren close by and be part of this. And my son-in-law, my daughter, and my wife were all out there election day with me, so I appreciated them, and glad to be back on council again. So thank you, everybody that helped me out. I feel blessed.
Thank you. Ms. Harris?
Thank you all for trusting me to come back again for a second term. And as Tanya asked for grace the first time, I did. And I appreciate you all for trusting me. And I guess I did a good enough job, Tanya, so I'm back. And I hope I can do even better and continue to serve this wonderful town that we live in and that we all love. Thank you.
Thank you. I will open it up for our town manager if he so chooses for any comments.
Thank you, sir. Just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to serve again. I'm excited about being back and working with some familiar folks and getting re-engaged in the community with people. Just looking forward to continue to help the town of Troutman move forward.
Great. I will also ask Gina, welcome to comment.
Thank you so much. I second what Justin said. I appreciate the opportunity that I am here today, and I've enjoyed my first week on the job and really look forward to being an asset to the town of Troutman and helping to make it an even better place than it is right now.
Great, thank you. Isabella? Thank you.
Can I add one more thing? I just need to add one more thing. I thank my dad for being here. My dad, we've been a lifelong resident of Troutman, so that's my dad. And my Uncle Felton and my cousin Rhonda were here, and my sister-in-law Crystal, they were all here, and of course, my husband was here. And I thank everybody who was watching online as well, so thank you for allowing me to say that.
Great, thank you. The next item on the agenda is the selection of Mayor Pro Tem. Council, this is your opportunity to select the individual who will step into the mayor's role in my absence, help preside over meetings, and also engage in leadership dialogues within our region. And so at this time, I will open it up to council to appoint the next Mayor Pro Tem. Any comments, offers, as we select the Mayor Pro Tem?
So do I just make a motion for who I'd like to be?
You could do that.
Okay. I would like to nominate George Harris as the Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay. Okay, any other, first before I go there, Mr. Harris, would you accept that nomination?
Yes, I'd be honored.
Okay. Any other nominations for Mayor Pro Tem? All right, is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion is made, receive the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition?
No.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Harris, to the role. Thank you again for being willing to provide in that leadership capacity. The next item is the selection of the Town Council 2026 meeting schedule. We had a brief discussion of this on Monday, and I would ask if there are any other comments from staff, first of all. Any other changes? Okay. Any questions or comments from council on the meeting schedule?
I would like to make a change
Okay.
for the time to 6 o'clock instead of 7.
Okay. For the regular meeting?
Mhm.
Okay. There's a request to change the meeting time from 7 PM to 6 PM. As I understand it, just historical perspective, folks had put the 7 o'clock on there in order to give people an opportunity to get off work and be able to come to the meetings. But again, it's up to the council how you want to proceed. So again, appreciate the requested amendment. Is there a second to the motion to change the time from 7 to 6? Okay. If not, it will remain at 6.
7.
7.
7, thank you. Any other- Yeah, okay.
But I go to 10:07 because people work.
I
It-
think most
it
of
doesn't.
our community meets a little earlier.
Earlier.
I've checked with other municipalities, and most of them meet at 6. Our school
Okay.
board meets at 6, and most of the other ones. I was hoping that we could switch it so that we're not here quite as late.
Right.
Well, personally, I have to go to Raleigh sometimes, and that would be pushing it for me to get back at 6, so I prefer to keep it at 7.
Okay.
And I and myself and others have requested the school board meet at 7 because it's too hard to get there at 6 to sign up for the public comment.
All right, so motion's on the floor, but unless it receives a second, is there a second? Okay. The motion will not pass. The next item would be to approve the meeting schedule as presented.
Make that motion, Mr. Mayor. That is approved as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, received a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay. The next item is to consider appointment of delegate and alternate to the Central Carolina Council of Governments, we call COG. Is there a motion or nomination for delegate and alternate for Central Carolina?
Mayor, I'm currently the delegate for Central Line, and I would like to remain that delegate.
Okay. Any other? Okay. Motion's on the floor that Ms. Harris be a delegate, receive the second. Any other question or comment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion passes. Nomination for the alternate.
Kim, did you send that to us? Who's the alternate now?
Kim, you
I
wanna-
don't know who's the alternate right there.
Second, I'll have to pull it up.
I think she sent it to us.
Yeah. LNTC. That's the last one.
I don't either.
That's a good one, though.
I don't have it.
This is a good one as well.
Did we receive an email of who's currently in these positions?
Yeah, hold on
Oh.
1 second. All right, so the current alternate is Mr. Now to, I'm sorry, which one are we doing? COG? Yeah, currently it is Mr. Now to COG.
Do you want to stay on?
No, that's fine.
You want to stay as the alternate?
No.
Okay, you don't want to.
Anyone else want to be the alternate? Okay. What's the meeting schedule, Ms. Harris?
Once every quarter. We only meet like 4 times, and I go off most of the time. You would only be if I can't be there.
Right.
So it's not much to the time.
Okay. Ms. Bartlett has agreed to be the alternate. There's no other. I'll call for the vote for Ms. Bartlett to be the alternate for COG. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, receive a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? Motion passes. Thank you. The next item is the CRTPO alternate. This is the Charlotte Regional Transportation Planning Organization. Historically, it has been either myself and/or any other member of the council, but in many cases, it's been the Mayor Pro Tem, so it doesn't have to be, but that's kind of been our history here.
I served on it for a couple of years, and it was, we like to, spend a lot of time with Andrew,
Okay.
coming back and forth to put together, so.
Okay.
I'll make a
Well,
motion.
Okay.
For
Motion's
George.
on the floor for Mr. Harris to be the alternate for CRTPO. Is there a second? Motion's made, receive a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. The next item is the Lake Norman Regional Transportation Commission. Current delegate is Mr. Jarozinski, and the alternate was Mr. Hinkle. We have to reappoint each year. Any nomination for delegate and/or alternate?
I would like to remain delegate for that board. It's local here and easy for the consistency in my family.
Okay. So Nick is asking for a delegate.
I'll make a motion for Nick to remain.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Is there a nomination for the alternate? Okay. There's a nomination for Ms. Bartlett to be the alternate. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion's made, received a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. Wasn't pulling as many teeth as I had to. The next item on the agenda is public comments. The public is welcome to speak to the council, and you have 3 minutes for comments or concerns. Please sign in at the podium and state your name.
My name is Debbie Page, and I would like to invite the community to the Wreaths Across America event on Saturday at noon. Troutman Rotary Club is sponsoring that, and we have a wonderful program and the laying of the wreaths. And I hope the community can come out. It's at Newport Cemetery at the corner of State Park and North Road, right there at stoplight. Parking is to the north of the cemetery there, right beside it. And we would love to see people come out and support this event. We have NJROTC from South, Boy Scouts, several speakers, veteran speakers, and ceremonies and things going on. I think it'll be a really moving event for the holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Okay. Please sign in and state your name.
welcome back. Congratulations. Welcome back. Those are snazzy boots you got, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Came here tonight for one reason, but I want to add one more thing.
Excuse me, what's your name?
I'm sorry, Craig Edwards.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm proud of Troutman tonight. You've joined one of the few cities in the state that have put some restrictions on these developers burning. As you know, this disaster up in Berrien Springs really brought to the forefront the amount of pollution, the amount of respiratory distress and other things that citizens in that portion of the town suffered through. There are a few towns in the state that have totally banned burning by developers. Others have used the 500-foot, which is a state requirement from DHEC. And Troutman has quadrupled that. And so I'm proud the town has an opportunity tonight with new members and going into a new year to say, hey, we're here for the citizens. Development is welcome when it's done correctly and when you listen and do what we ask you to do. So thank you for that. Ms. Harris, thank you very much for putting that out there. I thought it was Logano, so I'm not going to say it right.
Longino.
Longino. It's refreshing to see you sitting there. Welcome to Troutman.
Thanks, sir.
And now I'll talk about the main thing that I came. Hopefully I don't run out of time. In the past few years, I've dealt with the planning board and the town planner. Not always the best interactions, but I want to commend your town zoning planner, Mr. Ventresca. You've got a keeper there. I've dealt with him several times in the past few months. He's extremely knowledgeable, extremely helpful, and I mean, I don't know what more you can say than helpful. You know, he can answer any question that I've asked, suggested different things, and I've always felt that if somebody does a good job, you should recognize them. So that's the main reason I'm here tonight. He does a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please sign in, state your name.
Mayor, council members, new council members, staff, guests. I have two parts to talk about today. First is establishing enumerated rights.
Excuse me, what's your
My
name?
name is Robert Zillio.
Thank you.
I'm a constitutional civil rights advocate, and I need to provide public notice to the Troutman municipality. This is in accordance with the USCS rules of civil procedures, as well as Rule 17 and Rule 20 of the United States Supreme Court. The Constitution of the United States has the overarching requirement that every state must follow. Your oath is an oath to that Constitution. That was wonderful to see. States cannot enact their own alternative legislative substitute for the guarantees of the Constitution of the United States. This would mean that the state laws are more powerful than the Constitution. That is unlawful. Clause 1 of Amendment 5 states, and I quote, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on presentment or indictment by a grand jury," close quote. However, the state of North Carolina has enacted its own alternative legislation that permits prosecuting attorneys and police officers to charge by way of information as opposed to indictment. That is unconstitutional. An emolument violation is when you pay a public official to break the law. The Constitution has two areas of enforcement to enforce this. First, Article 1, Section 10 says no state shall create any law that shall impair the obligation of contracts. Police officers, prosecutors, judges, and all are under a contract to perform based on the oath or affirmation that they took to support and defend the Constitution. We so eloquently heard that administered today. That was awesome. Contract parameters are defined within the Constitution of the United States, and when a state enacts an inferior law that directs their agents to disobey the Constitution of the United States, that is a violation of Article 1, Section 10. Secondly, the 14th Amendment is the other place that you'll find a reinforcement of this issue, and that is where it states, quote, that no state shall create or enforce any law that shall abridge the privileges or immunities of the United States citizens, end quote. The privileges and immunities of United States citizens are at a minimum those enumerated within the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments. Unfortunately, the state of North Carolina has enacted a law in its inferior constitution that permits public officials, judges, law enforcement officers, whom you all pay, to violate the Constitution of the United States. As a result, there is an inordinate amount of people currently imprisoned in the state of North Carolina illegally and unconstitutionally. Tanawa Downing is litigating this issue at the United States Supreme Court. I'm here to notify you that if you continue to pay public officials to break the law, criminal sanctions can come from that. Officials must be made aware that paying people to disobey the law is an emolument violation. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional, and it is a crime. I'm asking your honorable individuals to please take a look at Clause 1 of Amendment 3, confirm what I'm saying to be true, and to direct your public officials to act in a lawful, constitutional manner consistent with the obligations that are codified in the Constitution of the United States of America. I have a notice that I would like to put on record. Thank you much. That's part 1. Part 2 is a demonstration of violations of innumerable rights. Again, my name is Robert Zillio. I'm a
Mr. Zillow,
constitutional.
you have 3 minutes.
Okay.
I've given you more than that.
Can
So,
I finish this?
I need to give other members of the community an opportunity. You're welcome to present it to the clerk, and we're welcome
I
to
have
review
copies
it.
for the clerk.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me get this. Where's the clerk? There's plenty of copies for everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to comment to the council? Okay. Great, thank you. Appreciate your cooperation. The next item on the agenda is comments from elected officials.
Do we, Mr. Mayor, do we have any email comments? I think we received one today.
I've not reviewed the email comments, and we've not reviewed email comments since COVID. As a policy, we agreed to read email comments because folks couldn't come in the room, but we've not done that really since COVID era procedures, if you will, have not been in place.
Did we change the policy?
There was not a policy in place. I think we just, as a council, decided we're not going to do, we discussed it, we're not going to do written comments in terms of reading them anymore. That's my understanding.
Okay.
Thank you. Next item is elected official reports. For new members of the council, it's an opportunity for you to discuss any issues that you may see in the community, as well as provide feedback, if you will, on what's going on from citizens in the community, and an opportunity for you to discuss that at that time. I will always start to my left, Mr. Jarozinski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As I've commented maybe a couple times tonight on some developer issues, I'm going to continue in that. In the last 2 years here, I've discovered many developer issues and issues amongst the town and with developers. There seems to be a culture of kicking the can down the road, and this has caused the town and this council in immense troubles, and threats of de-annexation by a developer that was followed by a $260 million lawsuit threat, and that developer was located less than a mile outside of town center, which would have given another municipality all the rights to the development, and that's just right here at our back door. This is also shown that there's a culture of it continuing here. We have numerous people that have been involved in it, and it still is happening. We have 3 developments in this community right now that are not finished, and we're recalling the bonds. And as a town and taxpayers, we have to pay for those roads to be finished when the bonds don't cover what they cost. The developers are systematically leaving us in shambles, going through entire processes to annex and change our land use plan and outlook, and then coming back here a year or 2 later and saying, oh, oops, we want to go a different direction and rezone back to something else. And it's just like a big charade here with the developers and the town and the community. And I'm calling for it to change, for the culture to change in this town, and for us to be a little more stringent with what we can do with these developers. On Monday, Mr. Councilman Now and I both addressed that we have reached out to the town attorney on at least 2 different occasions to remedy issues going on with citizens at Barium Springs that they've been in here numerous times to address, where the developer has encroached upon the 100-foot setback that they agreed upon, and they are clearing well into that, at some places measuring less than 50 feet. I think this is an ongoing problem where the taxpayers really need to pay attention to who's here fighting for these policies, and to hold these developers accountable when they don't follow through with what they've told us they're going to do, and for us to remedy anything when they don't follow the policies and stipulations they've put in place for how they're going to develop a community or finish it. Right now, we haven't seen the effects of it, but we did see the effects of numerous things like this back in '08 with unfinished developments all over Troutman, Statesville, really the country. And it seems to be an uptick of it here in Troutman and Mooresville and Statesville with the unregulated growth that has just been approved by numerous municipalities. Along the lines of that, we had a wastewater issue that has caused us to enact a moratorium, which is really strange because there's not many counties or municipalities within the state that have enacted a moratorium to the extent that we have. And that's because of the kicking the can down the road culture that I'm talking about. It has led to undue communications and negotiations with municipalities, and continues to just thrive in the community here, or at least in some of the powers that be in this county. And I'm just drawing awareness to it. It's causing vast undue meetings, continued meetings, things that could have been done for the last couple of years, put this town in a real tight spot with negotiations of wastewater with our local municipalities, and has continued to not give Troutman an out to lower our water bills, to lower our wastewater bills, or develop any of our own systems in order to lower those so that we can take control of them and start to design and determine our own future. We're at the hands and the behest of those surrounding us, and that's no way to run a municipality. I digress.
Ms. Harris?
How can I ever follow that? But I will say to that point, at I think it was our last meeting when the people from Barium came in to talk to us about the issues that they were having. And today I had a conversation with another one of our citizens, and one thing I encourage our citizens to do is talk to us. And I always tell people I'm not promising anybody the world, but I will say that we'll do our due diligence in this town and do what we can do to try to help our citizens, because we live here too, and we want you to have a good experience in Troutman. For those of us who grew up here, born and raised, we love it. We're still here, or we came back. I came back, right, Daddy? I came back home, right? And so we want to do our best for our citizens. And I'm going to speak for everybody and say, to call us. Talk to us. Come and sit down with us. If you want to know, I see a lot on Troutman locals. I see the names that we get called. I've been called worse. So, but I told the citizen that I talked to today, I just encourage people to talk to us. And like I said, we're not going to promise you we can make everything better. But like I tell people at work, I might not be able to give you what you want, but I can try to figure out what we can do. Okay. Also, I just wanted to say, great to see everyone at the tree lighting. On a happier note, right at the tree lighting and at the parade. If you all were there, I was trying to sing. I can't really sing. Don't tell my granddaddy. And enjoying our town. And I told somebody, I said it the other night, that it was like a Hallmark movie at the tree lighting. And our town is so in a very happy mood right now, and I love seeing that, except for the guy who was blowing the horn at me the other day. But not because I was driving slow. He was just impatient. But anyway, but I just love this time of year, and I wish we could feel this like all year long, you know, not just from December 1st to December 31st. I wish we could be this happy, you know, all the time. People moved here for a reason. They moved here because they saw a small town, and yes, we're getting bigger, but we can keep that small town spirit, right? And quit blowing the horn at me. But anyway, glad to see the elf as well. And I just wanted to say we won't see you all before the next meeting, so Merry Christmas to everybody. Please be safe and remember the reason for the season. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Now.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First thing, I would like to thank Councilman Hinkle and Councilman Aksha for their service to the community for the numerous years that they served. Again, thank you very much for serving. Second, a couple individuals, it took a whole staff, but Chuck Gallion and Emily Watson running our parade and caring and giving that event to the community. I just want to thank them for going above and beyond what they do for our community. Thank you. Third, it's great to see all you guys, all you citizens and residents out here tonight listening and contributing. Thank you for coming. It's much appreciated. And finally, I'd like to also wish Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Hanukkah to all our residents. Thank you.
Thank you. I will go back and I will start to my right. Mr. Harris, any other comments you'd like to make?
I'll just say that one of the areas that I do plan to follow up with, I had a lot of people in the library supporting me in a condition that I would help them push the expansion of the library. We've been had up the drawings, I guess, for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's time to see if we can't get that done. We've outgrown our library, and I told them I would get Justin and bring him over there to visit them, see what we have over there soon. So that's one of the things I want to push forward. And then also, we have got a lot of new neighborhoods in, and most of them are completed now, and they have issues. You know, we've been around a lot of them. I walked through a lot of neighborhoods, but some of the issues, going back again to Andrew, I'll plug him, how good he does, is he's been able to give me information back to those people of how to get those kind of things that they're looking for. And he's been very helpful as we go through this, because there's more neighbors live out there. So these houses are filling up fast as they're finished. There's not very many empty ones sitting there. Anyhow, our town has expanded, and we just got to make sure that we don't have another issue like what's going on in Perry. So, thank you all again.
Thank you. Ms. Bartlett?
So I pretty much agree with what everyone said, but I would like to say that, again, I ask for grace, and I would like to talk about one little thing, and it is Troutman locals. We really should pay more attention to what we put out there on social media, because a lot of the stuff that's out there, you know, may not be true. I would just suggest maybe we go out and reach out to those people individually. You know, if you have a question about what's going on with the town, reach out to those individuals. Don't share it on social media, because it goes all over the place. And that's one thing that I see happen a lot, and then it tends to be a lot worse than what it truly is. And then, you know, of course, the growth. We can't do anything about it. We can't stop it. It's coming. But, you know, we can, you know, work toward making it more, you know, phase it. But we need to start really addressing that. And, you know, we've got it coming, and we're just going to have to make it work. But I want to say thank you again, and I'm excited about the next 4 years.
Great, thank you. Just a couple of observations, not to restate anything that was already said. I appreciate the comments about our planning director. He can put his fingers in his ears at this point. He is not just only an asset to Troutman, but an asset to the region. He gives great advice and input. As I go to the Charlotte Regional Transportation board meetings, he probably could work for any other municipality in this region without question really quick. And I think we've got a valuable asset. And Andrew, we appreciate what you do every day. So thank you so much. We do appreciate that. Couple of comments. Again, appreciate it, whether it's civil procedure or comments about what's going on within the developer community. These are the problems that come with growth. As I've stated before, there are communities that aren't growing, and if we think the growth is a challenge, I would encourage folks to try to be in those communities, because it is extremely tough. But that's what these folks on this board get paid for, is to help try to resolve some of these issues. And I think everybody who is either on the board or just joining the board has a servant leader heart and want to do what's right for our community. And I look forward to working with them on that. Second of all, I would say, again, welcome new staff, and I know you'll make a huge impact and imprint on our community and how we work together. Again, look forward to the opportunity to continue to engage with you. So, again, welcome. Feel free to reach out to us, ask questions where you may not have right direction, but clearly we think you're in good hands with leadership, and look forward to, again, working with all of you. So thank you for that. With that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Longino for any comments that he or other staff might have.
I think we're good, sir. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
I have one last question. Was there paperwork that was handed to the clerk for us for the gentleman that read in the record, or?
That will be given to you afterwards.
Okay.
The next item is closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143, 318, 11A7 to discuss investigations of alleged criminal misconduct. I will ask for a vote regarding the closed session. Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made, receive a second. Any other question or comment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, motion passes. We'll go into closed session in 5 minutes. Again, thank you all for being here. We appreciate your input this evening.
Thank you for coming.
That's just.
Drew just texted and said, Mom, am I gonna make it? I said, no.
No, you're good, you're good. No, you're good. It's about, but that's where it falls in the general statute, and I assume that's what he wants to talk about. Yeah, and I've got an offer that I'll make for the council of how to address it. So. Okay, yeah. I just did, yeah. I can't remember if he came to Rotary or not, but, yeah.
And then we have like a computer up there where it's messed up, you know what I mean? So then I turn the mic off, and that's probably what it was.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I turn the mics off when y'all are up here
So we
talking.
said that you
When I talk, I don't want to see you.
I'm glad you did that.
Yes, ma'am.